Two. All right. Hello, everyone. It is Jenna Williams with Guitars for Vets, and I am here with John Cooper of Skillet.
What's up?
Hello. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good. So, as you know, I obviously am with Guitars for Vets, and we would love to have you come on board as ambassadors. And one of my first questions is, like, what does it mean to you to support our veterans?
Well, I love veterans in general. Something that I haven't talked a lot about in interviews because I don't like to equate myself with veterans because I am not a veteran and I've never done it. But in another life, I wanted to become a Marine. That was kind of a dream of mine when I was young. Yeah, and I talked with a recruiter in my senior year of high school, and I felt like I almost went that way. And decided not to. My grandfather was a Marine in World War II, so that was kind of a dream of mine. But we have a ton of fans, veteran fans that have been overseas in various situations, and I love meeting them because the music means so much to them.
Yes.
And I've met a lot of people that's like, man, your album got me through the stuff. That's what they always say, got me through the junk. And I was really my record. I'm always really surprised. And so I think they have a lot of heart, and
they do.
And I'm also kind of quite patriotic, so I really appreciate them. So that's kind of, I guess, what it means to me.
Well, and like with Guitars for Vets, what we do, we give guitars and guitar lessons free of charge to veterans. And I was telling you a couple of minutes ago, like we have over 100 chapters throughout the United States, and so like. We truly, truly believe in the healing power of music.
Sure.
And my question is, like, of course, everybody has gone through a dark time in life, or they may be going through one right now, including, you yourself.
Sure.
I mean, this includes everyone. And what is great about, Skillet and your music, I mean, you guys are able to connect and reach to millions and millions of people, and it would be amazing if you would share an experience where you've been in a dark, state of mind, like even suicidal or just depression or some, just with darkness
something.
Where.
I understand.
Where music has like brought you out of it, or where even writing a certain song, or that could be the next question too. I know we don't have a lot of time, but
sure, I can do that. I mean, I've had lots of points in my life that I felt that music was there for me. Is probably how I would say it, but certainly brought me a lot of peace. I suppose probably the thing that's most poignant in my life, that my mom passed away when I was about 14, and my dad and I really fought and didn't know if I could ever really love my dad, again during that time, and felt like a failure, and at times was told that I was a failure, and it was always music that. As cheesy as it sounds, always gave me hope. It always kind of gave me a reason to wake up in the morning. All right, turn on my music, and there's that feeling with music that you're turning this on that nobody understands me except for Trent Reznor or whoever it is that you're listening to. Nobody gets me except for Metallica, and as silly as or dramatic as that might sound, that's what music does for people.
Yes.
And we hear songs on the radio and we go, I feel like that too. And I've always told people that's why music is so great for a workout. It's a really great workout because you're like, oh, I'm so tired, I can't run, and you turn on, for me, rock music, and I want to run further. And it was the same for feeling angry. I was angry at my dad, and I kind of wanted him to suffer a little bit, and it would be music that would make me feel calm, even though the music might be really raging. Right. But there was something about it that was calming, just to know I wasn't alone. Yeah. So I think that music does that for people.
Yes, like when you were going through those dark times,
sure,
the anger and whatnot, like what song specifically stuck out to you? And also within Skillet, what was a song or even a lyric that really, like when you were writing it, really helped you get through a dark place, or an album that you were writing. So I know.
Let's say it like this. Let's see. There's a lot of songs that really spoke to me. Maybe something from U2 would probably be a good example. Not that U2 is one of my favorite bands, but they would have a tendency to write songs that, to me, felt like they mattered. Like the songs really mattered, even though they were my favorite band. You know.
But the lyrics really
still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Right.
The Streets Have No Name. The Streets Have No Name is, to me, one of the best songs ever written, and it was kind of a little bit like that song. I don't know exactly what the intention behind that song was, but the way the song made me feel is that there is a better life. Even if I'm not in that better life right now, at some point there will be a better life where there is peace. And of course, U2's music is very spiritual. And I always took that to be spiritual and religious, you know, in heaven, or, you know, and being with God, that there would be peace in a way that we would have all these streets, but where we are all the same and we are all one. That's what that song meant to me anyway.
Okay.
So things like that really moved me. Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. I'll list those two. And then of my own albums, excuse me, we have a record called Comatose, and that was an album for me that I felt very much like I was writing a lot of my story in those lyrics, drawing a lot from my history and my fighting with my dad, my feeling misunderstood, and wanting to turn those songs into songs that could help people along the way if they're feeling like me, that they would say, John knows how I feel, and maybe this will give them hope. So during that record, we wrote several songs like that. One was called The Last Night. The Last Night was a song. It was actually written as a duet from two people talking to each other. And in the song, and The Last Night, my wife Corey sang the girl part, and she was saying to me, I was her friend, in the song that she doesn't want to live anymore. And in that song, I was telling her that I would be there for her as a friend. And it has spiritual connotations, that God will be there for you and that He is listening to your prayers. But it also was written in a person-to-person friendship point of view. And I think that even when we have a belief in God, which I do, I still think sometimes we need to talk to people. You know, we need to see somebody and have a connection, and have people say, no matter what you're going through, give me a call and I'll be there for you. I think that's important. These days, give me a text. It used to be give me a call. Now send me an email or an instant message. Anyway, so The Last Night was a song that was very much like that I think helped a lot of people, which is something I'm really grateful for.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Sure,
sure. I have so many questions for you. Maybe we can do another interview sometime, or maybe a phoner.
Sure, I'd love to do it. You know, maybe I'll say one last thing, since it's for what we're doing it for. I wrote a song called Hero that a lot of Skillet fans know. And I thought it'd be pertinent to mention that, because what the song Hero was about feeling that the world is getting so crazy. And at the time, I had a really small kid. I think my daughter was about 4 years old at the time. And I was having this feeling of, who are my kids going to look up to? Because all of their heroes are either, they're just morons. And they're all drug addicts. And they're all, I'm like, they have no one to look up to. And I was thinking, what are we going to do for this? And so we wrote this song, Hero. And it was kind of saying, I need a hero. But also the flip on it, was that maybe we all could be a hero to someone else in some kind of a small way. So when we made the video, and the reason I say it's pertinent is because when we made the video, people seen Skillet's Hero. We have a few intercuts in the video of what I consider heroes to be, and we have an American soldier in the video, and we have a policeman in the video, and a firefighter. People that are willing to be role models. People that are willing to die for something they believe in, to put their life on the line for a greater purpose, which I think is a really great thing. So for anybody watching that didn't know that, then that video, people that have served, then that video is for them.
Well, check out Skillet's Hero.
Check it out.
And thank you so much for doing this interview.
You're welcome.
And I'm so excited to see you guys play tonight. It's the first time that I'll be seeing you guys.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm ready.
Hey, what's up? This is John Cooper from the band Skillet, and if you are looking for a worthy cause to do something awesome for our wonderful vets, check out guitarsforvets.org. It's absolutely cool.